Hi, welcome all of you on platform of Yourpedia Education, and you are watching my interaction with the students in different departments in different institutes. Today I'm going to interact with the students of IIT Hyderabad. Department is Climate Change Department. So I'm going to interact with Climate Change Department of IIT Hyderabad. So this is a unique department, climate change. You know, in different IITs, IISCs, you will find departments like climatic science, climate change, oceaneering, energy science. So you will find some kind of overlapping between these departments. Also, many students have misconception, or I will say they believe that core department, like if you're from mechanical, then thermal is a core for you. If you're from civil, let's say structures, geotech is core for you. Computers ke liye, department computer science is core. So many students think that core only gives you career. Let me tell you one thing very clearly. Interdisciplinary departments also are teaching you same thing. Machine learning is taught by climate science department also, climatic change department also, energy science also, oceaneering also, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning. They are taught by all the departments, whether core or interdisciplinary. As far as the placement is concerned, this largely depends upon your effort. So if you learn these things, then you will be placed. If not in college, outside the college. And we are going to prove that. We are going to have that particular thing. Like today I'm having session with the students of IIT Hyderabad Climate Change Department. Next, my interaction with these students, on board industry people will be there. And then we'll get to know that out of the campus, how we can get into the industries, how we are to approach the industries, and how we are to get the opportunities in the industries. And let's see how we explore it. But in my opinion, if your learning domain is good, then certainly you can get good opportunities outside, and these kind of departments are very good. One thing about climate change department is, like, this department is recently introduced. This was the first batch inducted, and 7 students are only there, some from mechanical, biotechnology, electronics, computers. So I was lucky to interact with students from all across the departments. So it is a really interdisciplinary team, and if you listen to the interaction, you'll find they have given very good points. The interaction is superb. They have given a lot of points. So little introduction to the department. So I'm going to talk to you about this Department of Climate Change in IIT Hyderabad. You know, this is integrated department, interdisciplinary department, and talks about basically climatic science, technology, engineering, solutions, and policies. These things it talks about. It is a multidisciplinary course. So if you go on the site, you'll find that it is a multidisciplinary course, and this is how it is run. So there is a consensus among many scientists, engineers, farmers, policymakers uh, about this particular climate change domain, that how this change is to be brought. So carbon budgeting, computer science, data science, energy, environment, all domains of people are required for this particular department. Now, these are some of the projects which are going on in this department. These are some of the projects. So if you see these projects, you'll find that yes, they are real life problem solving projects, and they are important projects which are going on. You know, I told you that whenever you want to pursue your research in some department, in some IIT, it is very important that you should go through the profile of professors. So I just jotted down the research which professors in climate change department IIT Hyderabad are doing, and you can identify. No, if you, I suppose you want to work in the domain of modeling of water resource, statistics, modeling, these all things you have done, or in these areas, you can go through the research work of Professor Satish. You can go through that, what work he has done. Similarly, keep on proceeding and keep on seeing what different domains these professors or faculties are doing, you know. So you will understand in which area you have to work. If you're a mechanical engineer, then modeling analysis can be there for you. Civil engineer may be related to the drought or rainwater harvesting or certain domains you can work. In machine learning, computer science, if you are machine learning, you can work. So you see this networking, energy efficient resource allocation, device sleep cycle optimization. These are the domains in which Professor Abhinav is working. Similarly, you keep on seeing the professor and their work. If you're from biotechnology, biogeochemical cycles, the moment you go through, I'm sure you will find certain domain interesting for you. So all the professor you keep on seeing, and you'll find, yes, I can do this, I can go for this. This looks like interesting to me, right? So this professor, waste management, so waste to wealth is a very very big domain. Biodegradability cycling and waste management, plastics recycling अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा domain है. You can work in that, like carbon dioxide, renewable energy, food security. You can work in these areas, right? Waste management, sustainable development, renewable energy. Then we come in field of operations, you know, operations and modeling domain. Mechanical engineers can think of that, or vehicle carbon emission estimation. Those kind of things can be done. Similarly, eco-friendly behavior, food waste behavior, so behavioral analysis, behavioral science if you want to go into that, or similarly optimization domain if you want to go, bio supply chain optimization, these areas. And yes, solar cell if you want to go for unconventional or renewable energy source, lithium based batteries. And again, if I find this, yes, that is related to transport processes in atmospheric boundary layer domains. Okay, now this one is related to carbon balance, carbon emission, waste to energy. Yes, bio electrochemistry domain. Then comes CFD solver to simulate sprays and all, right? Multi-phase flows. That is what we can think of. And then comes optimal design, instrumentation, photophysics. Maybe electronics guys can think of going for this, spectroscopy. Okay, now this comes out to be climate change. Now this is 3D 4D parallelization, efficiency of simulation. Similarly, biofuels, chemical kinetics, emission. Let me hurriedly tell you what is this. Yes, now comes machine learning, multimedia assessment, machine learning, modeling, you know, these climate models, data and products. This also is related to deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. If you see the profile of this professor, you will feel like is a professor from computer science department, and it looks like same. So again, if you want to work in sustainability assessment methods, design of micro habitation, you can work with this professor. Similarly, air pollution abatement, so these kind of domains, if you photo, I think this photo electrochemical domain, yes. So machine learning, statistical data analysis, statistics, Bayesian analysis, regression, model comparison, these are related to computer science domain, or you can learn this. So that's what I have just gone through all the profiles of professor. And climate change IIT Hyderabad department looks like combination of oceaneering, energy science, renewable energy, sustainability, waste to wealth, machine learning, data science, optimization. Now this department will give you opportunity to learn so many domains, you know. And as far as the placement is concerned, is the first batch, so I'm going to obviously keep on track of this, how the placement goes on for this. But this is a department in which at very low score students have got admission this time, and there are so many such departments, including oceaneering department of IISc Bangalore. So if your gate score is not very good also, you can land up in these departments and you can really do good work and get a very good career thereafter. So listen to the interaction of the my interaction with the students, and just make up your mind, okay, in future if I want to do, in what direction I can proceed. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, all of you. All of you are presently pursuing your course in IIT Hyderabad, Climate Change. That is the name of the department. And you know, this is a very, very good department which I came to know, and I interacted with Lakshmi a couple of days back, and then I requested that Lakshmi please connect me to the other students also. This is an interdisciplinary department. And you know, I want to interact with you for the benefit of all the students who do not know about this department. And since it is interdisciplinary department, there computer science to mechanical engineer, I believe civil engineer, everybody can join it. And today it is good that we have I have you who are from different domains. So I'll be knowing about this department from you and about you, so that it helps the students who aspire to be in IIT Hyderabad in this department. And I have already given the introduction of this department before my interaction with you. So okay, Lakshmi, though I have already interviewed you separately, but still I would request you to tell me about you, from where you are, when did you graduate, and which branch you are from, and your CGPA in B.Tech and your gate score, because student wants to know whether they can enter, with what score they can enter in this department. So Lakshmi, very briefly. You have to unmute yourself, Lakshmi.
Okay, sir. Is my voice audible now, sir?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So my name is Lakshmipati, And my BTech was in civil engineering, and I completed my BTech in 2016. And my percentage at that time was 79.47%.
Okay.
And in the year 2019, I qualified GATE, and I got eventually into IIT Hyderabad into climate change department.
Okay.
And currently, I'm in my second year of the course, and thesis have started. And my first year CGPA is around 9.8, 8.9%.
Okay. So Lakshmi, what is CGPA and what GATE score? Can you please repeat again?
So my current CGPA is 8.9.
Okay.
And my GATE rank was about 9,500.
GATE score was?
GATE score was about 470, sir.
470. Good. Shreyash, can I come to you now? And Shreyash, please, same information from you also. Which branch you are from? Your CGPA in BTech and your GATE score with which you got up this particular department.
Yeah, sir, sure. I have completed my BTech from Kalyani Government Engineering College, which is in West Bengal. My BTech stream was Computer Science and Engineering. My GATE score was 581 and my rank was 2553. I gave the GATE in the year 2019, and in the first year only, in the first attempt only, I cleared it. My BTech aggregate was 8.77. And now I am in the second year of my M.Tech in the climate change department in IIT Hyderabad. My current CGPA is 9.13 in IIT Hyderabad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sayantan, same thing from you. Sayantan, your introduction.
Yes.
Brief.
So sir, my full name is Sayantan Mandal, and I hail from West Bengal. And I did my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Sikkim University of Technology.
Okay.
At the time of passing, my BTech CGPA was 8.43 around, and my GATE score is I don't remember correctly, but it's around, I think, 250. And my current CGPA is 8.2.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So what GATE score you said? I'm sorry. What was the GATE score?
250, something about that. 250, yes.
250 GATE score. Good. So you are from Electronics and Communication, right, Sayantan?
Yes.
Great, great. Dinesh, to you.
Yeah. I had done my BTech in mechanical engineering, and and with the percentage of around 74%, and then so my current CGPA here is around 9, and then I got into this program with a GATE score of about 450.
450. Okay. So Vivek, same question to you, Vivek.
Hello, sir. My name is Vivek. Full name is Vivek Kushwaha. I have done my BTech from Biotechnology Department and from Integral University, Lucknow. And also from Lucknow, like my birthplace is Lucknow and live here and UP. And I attempted my GATE score is around 439. I got it. And currently I'm pursuing climate change from IIT Hyderabad and second year with the CGPA of around 8.44.
Okay.
And yeah, sir.
So Vivek, I also had interaction with you earlier. You remember, right?
No, sir, actually.
It was not done. So I think Vivek Kushwaha, same fellow, biomedical. There are two Vivek Kushwaha then, because surprisingly, I had interaction with him last week, and he was also from the same domain. Anyhow, I'll connect to him also. So you are from
Okay,
which
sir.
background, Vivek?
Biotechnology.
Biotechnology, no? That Vivek was from biomedical. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now it is good. Like we have a interdisciplinary team here from electronics also, computers also. Now my second round, I'm coming to you very fast. This department is climate change department. I'm coming to you and asking you that what research area as a different domain of engineering you people are pursuing. Like what computer guy is pursuing, what mechanical is doing, which domain of research you are, because you are doing masters. So certainly by now you must have identified some research area for you in which you are pushing forward in climate change, and at the same time I will ask you, like, climate science is a department in many of the IITs. This is the first place where I'm seeing climate change as a department. So why not climate science? Why climate change, if you have any idea about that? Because even I don't know this, and you just only told me just a couple of minutes back it is climate change. And why climate change, why not climate science? What is the difference you feel? And related to your domain, what research area you are interested in, or what research areas are there related to your domain? So Lakshmi, from you.
Sir, my current thesis topic is on microbial electrosynthesis. So it's basically a carbon sequestration technique.
Okay.
So means whatever carbon dioxide that we capture from a principal source like thermal power plant or a cement industry,
Okay.
that gets that is collected and eventually converted into some kind of industrially relevant chemical,
Right.
with the help of microorganisms.
Okay.
So this is the main gist of it, and we do actually require electricity to run all this thing, and
Right.
we mainly depend on a renewable source such that the whole process becomes green.
Good.
So this is the basic aim of my thesis.
Okay.
And it's pretty recent research topic. It's just about 2010 it started, and so it is a pretty fresh topic and it pretty new topic.
Okay.
And your second question about climate
change, yeah.
why climate change and why not climate science? So yeah, as you told that most of the IITs do have climate science as their program, but here climate change is because we are not actually totally into climate science, but we actually try to integrate the actual problems that we see in climate change and our concern B.Tech background, B.Tech department, any kind of department which we are from, and we try to relate both and try to solve any particular problem that we see in climate change. So that was the basic aim of the programs. So all of us have our own particular B.Tech program done. So we try to relate that with the existing any of the climate change problem, and that's how we try to solve things.
Acha, Lakshmipati, one more thing I want to ask you, like industries require some kind of skills, software skills also. So
Yes,
are you working on some software skill as a mechanical engineer in this department, which may be useful for industry?
So sir, initially during the starting the coursework, we did had machine learning courses and all. We did had Python as a language. We did had introductory courses regarding that, and it was our wish to continue to the advanced level, or else we could have just stick on to our own department and try to solve our own things. But yes, they do give a provision to learn those things also, and pretty most of them are learning. So we still had an introductory course, so we do have a pretty good introduction about those things.
Great. Shreya, same question to you. If you can throw some light, why climate change, not climate science? And number two, as computer engineer, what research area of interest for you? Number three, what software skills? You are a computer guy only. What software skills are important, and what you are doing, learning for that?
Yeah, sure, sir. First of all, the basic difference why I opted for climate change is, first of all, climate science is basically based upon the sciences about the physics, chemistry, and biology of the climate or the atmosphere in which we are actually living. Then there are courses, for example, computer science, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, which are basically focused on the various departments of those things. Now, when a climate science person is there, he knows about the science, about the physics, chemistry, and biology, but he does not know about the technological advancement in these fields. Yes. Similarly, the guy who is in the different fields like, for example, computer science, mechanical, electrical, they know about the technological aspects, but they don't know where to apply these things to give society a better solution. Yes. So our department is basically a way out between these two to give a solution to basically merge the technological advancement in different fields to climate change, so that by the use of new technologies, we can solve the problems which are related to climate change and give society a better solutions regarding climate change. So climate change is a new department with a new thought. So basically, I wanted to be in the computer science field, in the technological field, but I also wanted to contribute in a different scope, not only in the IT scope, which is basically about business and all. I wanted to use this technology in something else, so I opted for climate change.
Okay, and yeah, second part.
Yeah, now coming to the second question, my thesis is on the first of all climate change impact. There are a lot of impacts of climate change which are visible to us now. For example, very strong tropical cyclones or different patterns of rainfall. So in this only, there's a tropical cyclone which actually hit almost every year to different on the Indian coast and takes life of many people. So now with the effect of climate change, these patterns are changing. So for this only, I am using the machine learning background of computer science and high performance computing of computer science background, these two concepts, and basically using it and using this on the climate data, on the tropical cyclone data, to basically forecast the tropical cyclone intensity. What will be the intensity when it will be hitting the coast, and what damage will it cause to the people who are living there, so that if the forecast is good, the people's life and the economical loss of that place can be solved before the tropical cyclone hits the basin.
Okay, great. Shiraz, and my next small part was like, what other things, software skills you are learning? What skills you are learning? Which
yeah. In the 2 years, on the 1 year course, what we have done so far, we have been taught all the technological skills which are basically required in this. We are starting from machine learning to data science to statistics and even app development. Even we have created app as a project of ours, and this app basically deals with the different aspects of climate only. So we have a lot of technological bases covered. When it comes to this, we might not having a very detailed knowledge about these fields, but we have a diversified knowledge about each and every aspect of the technologies which actually exist in all the different fields, as well as when it comes to computer science, whether it be high performance computing, whether it be machine learning, whether it be app development or anything else.
Great. Sayantan, Mandal, and I also request all of you that you can speak in Hindi or English, whatever is comfortable. That should not be a barrier. Hindi, English, कुछ भी चलेगा, कोई trouble नहीं है. जिसमें आपको बोलना है, जिसमें comfortable है, आप उसमें बताइए. But information should go to the people who are watching it. Sayantan, Mandal, now your turn. Same thing.
Yes, so sir, as you know, my BTech was in electronics and communication engineering.
Right,
so when I joined climate change, the difference, first of all, the difference between climate science and climate change is that the climate sciences is a very much a limited uh, uh, discipline, because what they just do is they are just theoretical scientists who study climates, and their operation is very limited to numerical modelings and understanding the physics and the derivations and these kind of things. But the thing that makes it different from the climate change, which is basically climate change is basically a bridge between the climate science and the engineering solutions. So as we know, we have a different BTech background. So what we do is we try to implement the things that we learned in our BTech. So as I'm an electronics guy, I had a subject known as control system.
Yes.
Where we were taught to model any system and determine its parameters and control parameters. So basically, if we have a good knowledge of the control parameters,
yes,
we can dynamically model the system. So basically, climate change is a system. And my thesis is particularly on Himalayan glaciers. So in this thesis, what I am doing, we have a model. It's called SIA model, and me and my supervisor, we are just trying to optimize, which is a machine learning problem, optimization. We are trying to optimize the parameters of that model, which is basically defining the how the Himalayan glaciers are behaving.
Okay.
So for this to work out, I am basically learning 4 set of skills. Also, Shreyas mentioned that along with our course, we have learned many things, but I will just specify the things that I'm learning in my thesis. So I have to work with GIS, Geographic Information System.
Okay.
And I have to work with, of course, data analysis, for which I am using R as well as Python. I have to know how to download and manage the data.
Okay.
That is a bit difficult part because getting data is very difficult and searching for it. So of course, research is added as one of the skills. And then, as I said, data analysis, GIS, and also we have to know a bit about finite difference method, which is basically a numerical model. So the SIA model is made with this finite difference method. After all this, the last stage, and where me and my supervisor are a bit important in this project, is that optimization.
Okay.
Optimization, like optimizing the parameters, the output parameters that we have generated from the SIA model. So here the machine learning algorithm comes. So I am with this I am also learning that.
Okay, so looks like machine learning every branch of engineering student is doing, and that is being used here. Dinesh,
Yes.
now I come to you. Dinesh, now I come to you.
Okay. So my motivation behind choosing this branch was very simple. So as we know, climate change is a global issue as of now.
Yes.
So I just thought that this course would help me understand the nuances behind it and help to develop like at least begin to develop some suitable solution to combat this problem. And in a way, I have gained some suitable lead in that direction. So based on that, my project is also on the topic of biofuels.
Okay.
So I am currently me with my supervisor. So I'm working on developing novel biofuels which can possibly replace the current fossil fuels, so as to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. So
Right.
that can definitely help to solve the global warming problem.
Right.
And we are working on developing a mechanism for such a fuel, and also to try and see if we can implement it on a like real time basis.
Okay,
Based on
great.
experimental studies. Yeah.
Great, great. Vivek, same thing from you?
Yeah. Hello. So actually, as you know that I did my BTech from biotechnology background, and at my grade score, I was getting M.Tech at IIT Guwahati. But I chose the climate change over biotechnology, like over my core, because I thought it was my interest that I found climate change can offer me the opportunities which I want and which I find interesting about my and the opportunities in which I can grow my career. Like in this department, we are getting three and we are basically studying under three things like modeling. First aspect is modeling, second is mitigation techniques, and third is policy making. So yeah, so my as we know that the global warming is going on and climate is changing, so my I was all from starting also I was very interested in going for the something like mitigation or policy things. So I chose this branch as it offered me with to do something like in field of like policy. How can you be a policy maker? So it offered me an opportunity. So in as so for my thesis topic, I'm my friends are some friends of mine are working on modeling aspect of climate. Some are working on mitigation techniques, and I'm basically working on a policy thing. Like I'm doing my thesis. My thesis topic is what will be the travel pattern post COVID-19.
Okay.
Like whether, as we know that during the COVID-19 pandemic, travel pattern or travel behavior of people have changed.
Okay.
So how it will affect the number of vehicles, mode of transportation of people, and how it will alter the carbon footprint. Ultimately, vehicles are releasing CO2 and everything. So what will be the travel pattern? If travel pattern changes, then carbon footprint will change, and it will, in a short term, it will affect the environment, and long term maybe climate.
Great, great.
So yeah, so with this we are performing we have collected the data, and certainly we will move forward for data analysis. And also and at the end we will be drafting some we will be going for a policy recommendation to the policymakers. That will be the end point. Yeah. So that was from me. And as a part of this course about the skills which I learned, like as I was from biotechnology background, and I was not having any you can say programming background.
Yes.
So in this coming to this branch, choosing this branch, I learned machine learning. I learned data analysis using Python. We also learned parallel programming, high performance computing. So and also the statistical analysis using R. So this branch will give you opportunities in which you can grow your career. It will empower you with the what we can say hot skills of the market right now. Like you can learn data science through Python. They will offer you. They will teach you. Like they will introduce you to that topic. It's up to you how deep you can go into that area. But yes, they will give you opportunity. Like they will give you a chance to learn data science. They will high performance computing, parallel programming, and various softwares. Like you will get the knowledge of MATLAB, you will get the knowledge of R, using R, Python, and various other. And as we know, we have also developed Android app development. We have also done that thing that was a part of our course. So yeah, this course will give you that this amount of opportunities, and you can develop career in this. So that's why I chose this branch. And yeah, thank you.
Great. Now, see, I have understood a little bit about this. Obviously, climate change department. I have also gone through the website. अब मैं next part पे आ रहा हूँ. ये climate science का आपका जो batch है, this your batch. This one, Lakshmi, this was in your second batch, I suppose, or you are the first batch. You need to unmute yourself.
We are the first batch, sir.
You are the first batch. Great. So being first batch, this department is very good, but being first batch, obviously you face some challenges in the placements also. Though the kind of learning, I'm really impressed by the profiles you guys have and the way you spoke and the way you mentioned about everything related to your domain. Believe me, I'm not exaggerating, but I'm impressed the way you explained everything. Now, because it is the first batch, मेरे को बताओ Lakshmi, how many students are there in your class as of now?
Currently there are 7 students.
7 students, good. So now how you people are, can you please tell me now, Yourpedia wants to proceed ahead and I want to interact with some people in industries, and again I want to come back and we have a discussion here so that placement part in those industries and getting connected with them can be completed. Now can you please tell me and suggest me what kind of industries are relevant here, because obviously this recording I'm going to send to some industry people over there, whosoever would be willing to help us out, where they will come it out. But I want to know from you, if you have done by now, you must have done some analysis on your own, what kind of industries are relevant for us, where we can push, where we can knock.
So sir, basically power generation companies.
Okay, like what?
And like this power grid and this all the PSUs that are working on this.
See, power grid, this public sector is one domain, obviously you mentioned me, and private is the another domain also you can mention me.
Yes.
Tell me one thing, like there are so many of the people who are working in energy sector, like somebody who does M.Tech in energy sector from, let's say, IIT Bombay, and is working somewhere. So those industries are relevant for us or not? That is my question.
Yes, sir. They are
like
relevant.
like solar, wind, or these kind of things. Are they relevant for us?
Yes,
yes, of course.
Okay. Then I will share with you one of the another interaction with a fellow who is in US, and he was working in energy, and he was telling me that there are a lot of requirements related to that. So today only I will share with all of you. Listen to that also, the way I shared some of the industries in India also. So just listen to that, because energy, if we add to this, then there's a quite big domain for us, because energy sector is there.
Yeah, I want to add the various aspects of it, because we basically were searching for companies which are related to our domain. So basically there are 3 type of companies in the private sector, by just not considering the PSUs. There are basically 3 type of sectors. One is the energy sector. Now, how are we useful in the energy sector? For example, the students who are basically working on biofuel or carbon or biofuel, or in the next batch of us who would be working on renewable energies. So first of all, they have the knowledge of the renewable energies, and they are very much applicable in the energy sector. Secondly, we also have a very good idea about the energy sector. We may not be having the idea about the technologies related to energy sector, but we know that what are the policies which are made by the Indian government and the various governments throughout in the famous Paris Agreement or in any other agreements, and how much they need to scale up the energy sectors, and in what direction should the energy companies should move by using which technologies should they move, so that these things are very, very much crucial for the growth of a company. So we, being a climate change student who knows various aspects about it, various targets of the different companies and the few and of these, we would be actually very much we would be providing them the idea about in which direction should they move towards making their business grow. Number one, this is the regarding the energy sector. Next comes to the companies which are basically working with the modeling aspects. There are companies which actually work with the modeling aspects, like in the, as you told once about disaster management. For example, my project is on tropical cyclone. So basically, the tropical cyclone is a disaster. So the disaster management companies, if they are there, they can take this information. There are companies which are basically which are all are dependent upon climate change, basically, whether it be agriculture, whether it be anything, because all the industries are basically affected by climate change. So the various whenever a company grows, they should keep in mind, or they should from now keep in mind that climate change is happening, and this climate change can probably hamper their business if they do not modify their business as per the new upcoming climate. So these ideas about how should they basically adapt to these things, these ideas can be provided by us who have the various who have the idea about the various aspects of climate change and which aspects are basically relevant to their industry.
Okay. So as you rightly said, there are three domains: energy domain, renewable energy domain, disaster management, and maybe if I can add sustainable development also. I think
Yeah, sustainable development. Yeah,
we can add that
there
also. Yes.
Yeah.
So now we need to find out
and
those
one more modeling. Yeah, modeling domain also. Yeah.
When we say modeling, what is the meaning of that, Shreya?
When we say modeling basically refers to the various for example, I was talking to a guy or to a person who is from who basically wants to model or optimize, basically optimization or model the load the guy basically needed a guy in the climate sector who basically used this weather data, so that basically using this weather data they could model their energy demands or the load factors which he was explaining about. So this modeling about how much should be the load or how much should they pollute, so all these are basically dependent upon the data of the climate, which is basic of the weather, which is actually present at that time. So using that data basically requires data science, data analysis, modeling. So this is the aspect of modeling which is present there.
Okay, great. So now I think we should hit these industries so that we can interact further on that. Fine. Okay. So now I think
to basically, yeah.
Go ahead.
For example, now in Delhi, there's a lot. Yeah, in Delhi, there's a lot of pollution issues, which is basically present there. So basically, to deal with this pollution, they are having the data about like what is the pollution, from where are these pollution coming. They have the different indices regarding this pollution. So now how much should due to this pollution which has reached to a high level in Delhi, the industries are basically advised, some industries are advised to lower their emissions or lower their output so that the emission does not reach to a higher level. So this will basically hamper the company. So now the company can use this previous year data and they can basically forecast that in the next year at what time will their production would go minimal because of this pollution. So they can basically adapt to these things based upon this modeling aspect of weather or climate.
Okay, great. So now I think we have more or less summed up what domains we have to work in and what areas we have to find it out. Now my next round of discussion with you guys will be when some industry people will join us and we will have direct talk with them. And the idea which you have given, this recording I'm going to share with all of them, and whosoever is interested, like okay, they can share some information, provide some information, that will be quite fruitful for us. And let's see at the second level where it goes. And Yourpedia wants to go to the level where obviously you get the right industry areas, industry people get you people also in their form, and we try to understand in the process, we try to understand how technology can actually be taken, learning of the technology can be taken to solving the real life problems, whatever domains you have mentioned. In my opinion, even data science entire domain will come into that because of the expertise you guys are acquiring in this particular course. So energy sector, renewable energy sector, disaster management, sustainable development, modeling part, pollution part, and data science domains. I think these are the domains in which you people are expert, and that thing can be, we can go for that particular domain. I'll share some of the more videos with you on the basis of my learning with you today, and then we go for the second round of discussion with these guys of the industries. Anything else you want to add now before we end it up? Though it was a great, and I want to say thanks to all of you for coming and sparing your time. Anything you want to say, Lakshmi?
That's all, sir.
So I think we can proceed forward and we can take it to some conclusion, right, Shreya?
Yes.
Dinesh, you can hear me? Vivek?
Yes.
Okay, so thanks all of you, and now we meet again when another platform, when I join some of the industry people and we take our discussion forward. Fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.